Hello and welcome to another video. I hope everybody's staying safe and everyone's well during this second lockdown that we've unfortunately been put into in England here. We decided to go up to Chatton. We weren't sure that this trip was actually going to take place, but the Angling Trust have given us the go-ahead, so we're fishing. Joining me on the day were Chris Kerridge, one of our YouTube subscribers, who travelled up separately to meet us at Chatton, and of course Ronnie Vegas, who was down on the bottom lake. Today I'm testing the second rod of the two budget rods that I discussed in a previous video. This one's the Shakespeare Sigma Supra. It's a 9'6" 6-weight. I have to say, after using the rod for the day, I was very impressed. This fish that I'm about to land here was pushing 4.5, 5 pounds. And as you can see from the action on the rod, it's got plenty of power in the bottom end of the blank. Quite a progressive casting action and very light in the hand, which I was really surprised with. When you consider that this rod retailed at £37.99, it actually cost me about £44 with postage. Received the rod within a couple of days. It's just an absolute bargain. For somebody new to the sport or somebody experienced, it's just a great little rod. The fittings are really impressive. Quite a high quality reel seat, nice cork. Although I did leave the plastic on the cork, I must admit, so I haven't tested that properly. Great eyes on the rod. It was just a really nice blank for just a small amount of cash. The rod comes complete with a Cordura tube with segmented partitions inside, rather than having a bag to put your rod sections in. It's actually built into the tube, which I think is a really good little feature. It saves a little bit of time when arriving and setting the gear up. And this was christened to another nice rainbow. Average fish of the day was probably about 3 to 5 pounds, which was really good. The method on the day, fishing into the wind, or fishing indicator style, blobs, worms. Wouldn't really take the naturals. Couldn't get any fish on dialbacks or buzzers, and the fish were sitting at around about 4 or 5 feet. I have to say, it was an absolutely cracking day as well. Temperature wasn't too bad. I think it was about 11 degrees. Even though the wind was blowing in our faces, it was quite a pleasant, mild wind. It wasn't freezing cold like it can be this time of year. Sky was great. It was mixed between overcast and the odd sunny spell. Obviously, as soon as the sun did hit the water, the fish did go down a little deeper. We used a variety of patterns on the day. We found that chopping and changing helped a lot. The fish weren't interested in one thing for a long time. Particularly good pattern on the day was the bloodworm pattern, which is what I took this fish on here. This is the bloodworm pattern here, just a squirmy material basically with some glister on it. It's proven to be quite a good pattern actually. I've been using it for about a month now, and it's took quite a few fish already, so I'm quite pleased with that. Another good fly on the day was the blob. There was a friend of mine actually fishing the lakes, and he was using a yellow blob on the day and took quite a lot of fish. It was very consistent, but I've noticed at Chatton, yellow seems to be quite a key colour. So I decided to move from the Dunnydale Lake. I went down to Ross Lake and one of the bottom arms. Wind was a little bit stronger, but immediately into fish. All the fish seemed to be sitting on the windward banks. This little bay on the Ross Lake is quite shallow. I think this area I'm fishing in now, it's only about 6 to 8 foot deep in this bottom arm. Quite some nice weed beds there, and seem to be a lot of fish skulking around in the weeds looking for what food they could find. This platform was particularly difficult to unhook the fish, which is why I've had to take the fish out of the water here, which is not something I would normally do. But if you do find yourself in this scenario, it's normally best to just do it as quickly as possible and get the fish back safely. As you can see, the fish shot off away there, full of fight. I do play my fish quite hard, do try to get them to the net quickly, to get them released quickly. It just saves a little bit of stress and it's just a little bit more kind to the fish. Just getting back to the rod for a second, I'm sure you'll agree. I mean, look at the action on this rod. This is a 40-pound rod, and to me it performed just as well as rods that I have that cost several £100s. Really impressed with this little bit of kit. So all in all, a very enjoyable day. The conditions were kind to us. The fishing was good, and just perfect place to be. Clear the mind, bit of fresh air, beautiful scenery, which I'm about to leave you with, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much.